before from China. Well, we do see indeed that we have all the knowledge and all the expert knowledge and all the support that we need to make sure that we truly start making the difference in the industry, that we push the industry into the next level. And we do see particular examples where foreign investors, like partners of our fund, the Chinese Sovereign Foreign Fund, and the private businesses and other sovereign investors, we see how they are truly and sincerely interested for in forest industry in forest. And then when this interest is sincere, we see very good examples of business projects when they utilize the poor quality of wood, when the solutions appear to be in our other dimensions, when we can see how they design the processing facilities, or when they are making the fuel granules, even when they move to the chemical industry, or they combine on the verge of the chemical industry, when they improve or make specific construction materials like composite materials. And there are companies with that expert knowledge that see that in the Far East, timber industry had the potential to run all those projects.
So if we look into Asian wood processing companies, then for those cases when they were lacking resources, they would be importing wood, or they would become vertically integrated. But historically, it is more peculiar to Asian countries, because they didn't have such an opportunity here in this country. And there are also other factors influencing this situation. From our point of view, or from our perspective, it's hard to add anything else, because I'm not an expert in forest industry, but we see that the foundation that was set up and uses Russian direct investment, and whose goal is to increase the inflow of foreign investment into Russian economy. And in our case, it was the case of RFP Group. So the main aim is to invest their own money together with foreign money on equal terms, and by this we will be able to show that the Russia is not only inviting these companies to invest, but they are also investing jointly with them. And in the future, it can show foreign investors that they have high opportunity to invest on their own. Our partners and partners of our partners closely monitor all the investments that were done in the past, how they are developing, and what would be the results of these investment projects. And when we see significant amount of positive cases accumulated, this would lead to positive effect, positive result that would multiply the amount of potential positive results. So what we see in this dialogue, we see an effort to find the growth enablers, and I believe that most of us agree that the forest in Far Eastern Russia is one of the key resources which can be utilized in a very cost-effective way, so that it brings more money to businesses, to investors, and to the government. And it will also help raise the employment rate. So we need to identify those pillars, those growth points or growth drivers. And in challenging times, direct investments and subsidies might be the only tool that will allow large investors keep on implementing the programs. But also we should not rule out other instruments and programs. For example, Tasero instrument. So this is the bright example of how a company can provide subsidies to the enterprises, to the business sector, and significantly simplify the investors' challenges. And it will also help us facilitate and create better environment for investors. So on our side, when we create a supportive environment for investment inflow, then both Russian equity and foreign investment would be best effective, and their decision making will also become more effective in terms of their resources allocation and in terms of looking into what types of processing they are interested in, basic one or a deeper one. I can also tell you that the deeper processing has high margin, and in order to make it work and become cost effective, we need to, again to kick off this investment inflow. Thank you.